welcome to week 9 of the 12 weeks to Stronger Bones challenge. So this week we are going to be doing a quick posture reset. So this is ideal for osteoporosis as we are mainly focusing on mobilizing and strengthening the back extensors. These are the muscles that are responsible for helping us stand tall and feel upright. Really essential if we want to help reduce that fracture risk. Now all you're going to need for this class is a long resistance band that we're going to use for the first part, and you might also need, when we get down to the mat, a little block or a little cushion just to place underneath the forehead. But as we get started, you can just pop that band to one side and let's just do some nice big shoulder rolls. So a really important thing about having a daily posture reset is just to make sure that we feel really upright, that we open up the chest and that we strengthen the muscles in the back. We then place the hands onto the shoulders and we roll those elbows back. Just really giving ourselves this nice feeling of openness in the chest, letting go of those arms, big lift as we stretch up and around. And all the time I want you to have this feeling of lifting and opening that chest. You're going to give me one more here, and then we're going to finish with those hands all the way up to the ceiling. Now from there I want you to feel like you're going to touch the ceiling with one hand and then touch the ceiling with the other. And this is all about finding length through the body, about elongating the spine. So we always want to think about this feeling of growing tall, lengthening just not through the back but also through the waistline as well. So you're going to finish your last one on each side, really stretch up towards the ceiling, and then from there just interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the sky, and then just give me a very gentle side bend over. So we know that we're more particular about how we want to stretch and lengthen the spine. So even though we're doing a bit of side flexion here, we're minimizing, or we're kind of limiting the amount of side flexion. We're doing just nice and gentle movements to mobilize our back. We're then going to cross our hands directly over our chest. Aim to keep our hips and toes facing to the front of the room, and then we're very gently going to rotate our rib cage to the right. We're then going to come back through center and then rotate to the left. So again, the same as side flexion, right? We need to rotate, we need to be able to side bend, but because we're really conscious of how we move, how we stand, we just minimize the rotation, okay? So what I mean by that is we're keeping this very gentle, we're mobilizing through the back. And remember, what my mobility and what your mobility is different. So I really want you to kind of listen to your body and feel where feels good to you. But we need to keep moving our body this way so that we don't become intolerant to these movements, right? We want to make sure that we kind of practice them so that we can move through daily life with confidence. Now, once you've done a couple of those, we are going to grab our band. Now, the first thing that we're going to start off is my favorite exercise for getting your back muscles warm. It is super simple. They're called band pull-ups. Now, I am very gently just going to wrap my hands, or the band around my hands, and I'm going to hold the band out directly in front of me. And I'm going to turn on a slight angle so you can see. Now what's important is I don't want to lock out my arm. I've got a gentle soft bend in my arm. I roll my shoulders down my back, and I want you to just pull the band open and feel the shoulder blades squeeze together and then release. Easy, right? So I pull my band open and release. Now my objective is not to stretch the band as much as possible. My objective is to use the band and the length in my arm to help me contract into the shoulders and release. So what I want to feel is that as I pull the band open, is that my shoulder blades glide together and I contract. And what this really helps me to do is to help to wake up those muscles through that mid-back, which is what we want to target. So it's a really quick, simple and easy way. You can even do this seated if maybe you're not feeling super comfortable on your feet. So give it a go. We're going to do 4 more here. And I usually like to do between 10 to 15 reps here, just to make sure that I'm really connecting into that mid-back, and I want you to really feel those muscles. Okay, obviously the resistance of band is going to make a difference to how difficult this challenge is, so make sure you choose the right one for you. Relax those hands down, and then you're going to take your band underneath your shoulder blades. So as you can see, I've put it underneath my shoulder blades, and then I just switch the grip. So I'm going to grab it from underneath, so it goes underneath my arm and there. Now from there, what I want you to do is squeeze the elbows into your rib cage, And then close your hands together. So they're at a slight right angle, you can see, and my elbow is forward of my body, it's not back, okay? From there, I want you to just start to open and close the band. Really easy. Now this is really just to get a bit of rotation in your shoulder, okay? Nothing more, just to help us mobilize that shoulder joint. And what you'll notice is that my elbow's kind of acting like a little hinge, right? I'm not letting my elbow come out and in, I'm gluing it to my side. Now, once I've done a couple of these, some people feel like they get an opening in their chest and a rotation in the back of the shoulder. Kind of just explore and see how this feels for you. That's also important. And then we're going to finish with our hands out to the side in this like jazz hand position. I like to rotate my palm up towards the ceiling. And then I want you to stretch your fingertips for the opposite end of the room. And it's like you're trying to pull the band as far out as you can and also grow tall through the crown of the head. And I want you to pull the elbows in, resisting the band. And we repeat. Now this exercise is called Cleopatra, and you can see why, okay? The idea is that it's regal. If I rotate or turn to the side, you can even add a little lift in your breastbone and pull back. And the back of the band acts as a really nice guide, okay? So if I turn directly to the side, you can see, I can imagine arching up and over the back of the band. So a lot of people, if they think of extending back, they want to push their hips forward. So I want you to think it's all about lifting up and over. So we get this beautiful rotation and we come back. Yeah, we're going to do 2 more of those. Breathing in, growing tall, stretching, pulling. Good. Last one here, big stretch. Open, extend, and come back. Very nice. Now from there, I want you to press your palms towards me, keeping the same grip on your band. From there, we're going to do a chest press. So you're going to press the band forward and pull the band back. Press and pull. Now, a lot of people, when they do this movement, they will have the tendency to push the hands forward and then arch and round the back. No, we want to think arms forward and spine long. So all the time we have this feeling of growing tall as we press. And this is just a really nice press for the shoulders and a little press for the chest, because we want to work not just the back of the body, but we want to make sure that we've got a bit of action happening in the front. So what's going to give me 3 more here? 3 and 2. Last one. Good. And then relax and come back down. Now, from there, what I want you to do is a final little chest stretch. So we're going to keep the band behind us, but we're going to change our grip. So now I'm going to grip the band. So my palms are facing to the back of the room, okay? And what we're going to do is a little stretch for our chest. So what I want you to imagine is rolling your shoulder blades together and pulling the band outwards. And if I turn this way, you can see a bit clearer, right? So it's that feeling that I roll the upper arms together. Automatically that opens our chest. And then I pull the band out, and at the same time, I reach the band back and lift the chest. So if I'm here, you can see lift. Now I want you to stop as soon as you start to feel the spine want to flex forward and the shoulders round. That will be kind of your max for your shoulder mobility. We want to get to the point that you feel chest is open, and then as you pull the band down, imagine it's like you're trying to pull the band down as far as you can. So we roll the upper arms together, pull the band out and stretch it behind us. Find that lift in that chest, open, release, and come back down. You've just got 2 more here, okay? Find that contraction, pull the band open, lift, and then reach and come back down. Last one, best one ever. Roll together, pull and open. Enjoy that stretch in that chest. Maybe take a breath in and a breath out as you relax and come down. Very nicely done, guys. So for the next part of the class, we're going to make our way down onto the mat, and you might want to grab that little cushion or that block for your forehead. So we are down on the mat, and the first thing that we're going to start off with is our diamond press that we did all the way back at the beginning of the challenge. So have your block just to one side, come and lie on your front. Now remember, if you find that it's not comfortable for your lumbar, you can always put a cushion right underneath the belly button here. Make sure that it's a rectangle cushion, like a bed pillow, works really, really well, that you can lie on, and it just helps to support the lower back. Now, we're going to have hands in that diamond position, right? So I put one hand on top of the other, legs a comfortable distance apart. Open those elbows out, relax the head down towards the floor. Now from there, I want you to imagine just lifting from base of the neck to the bra strap. Try to keep the lower body as relaxed as possible. We want to try and work that upper back if we can, just the upper back. So you're just very gently going to float your chest away from the mat and then lower back down. So this is so gentle, okay? The reason that I want you to keep your lower body still and relaxed in this position is because I really want you to focus on just lifting from that base of the neck to the bra strap. So we're really trying to work and strengthen our thoracic spine. I'm not pushing into the mat, I'm not using my hands to help me. You're going to give me maybe 2 or 3 more here. This just helps us to really warm up through that back. Last 2. Super gentle breathing, no tension in the shoulders, no tension in the hands. Last 1. And down. Really good. Now from there, what I want you to do is I want you to take the cushion. You can bring it in front of you, place your forehead on it. This just keeps our face away from the floor. We're then going to take our forearms and place them flat on the mat. And I want you to pull the elbows down so they're in line with the rib cage. This automatically draws the shoulders down the back and gives us lots of space to move. Now this time, because we're lifting higher into the back, I want you to very gently press your pubic bone into the mat. This helps engage the glutes to support the spine. We then lift that chest up and we release back down, okay? And we're going to do 4 or 5 of these. Lift and lower. Now remember that height is not important in this exercise. The most important thing in this exercise is to have that feeling of length, right? We're elongating from that mid-back all the way out to the crown of the head. Everyone's going to give me 2 more here, so you find that gentle lift and lower. Last one here, best one ever, we lift and lower. Now from there, I want you to open your hands out. So now they're going to go to the outside of your mat, kind of like 2 right angles. And we're going to go into a little swimming preparation. So what I mean by that is we're going to lift the chest. And as we lift the chest, we're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg off the mat, and then come back down, alternating side to side. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and come back down. So as we have this beautiful alternation, okay, we're now having to work into the shoulder girdle and the hip. So when we lift, that's where we're lifting from, right? Opposite arm. We're working cross-body patterning and extension in our spine. You're going to give me your last one on each side, helping us prepare for a slightly more complex exercise later down the road. Now once you finish that last one on each side, just bend your knees and just very gently let your legs drop from right to left. This just helps to give us a gentle release for our lower back. Now we have one more exercise here, which is our dart. So we're going to bring our legs together and we're going to place our hands down by our side. From there we're going to rest that forehead on our pillow. We're going to relax the shoulders. Now what I want you to do is gently press the pubic bone into the mat. Roll the upper arms together and lift the hands to hip height. Reach your fingertips for the back of the room and lift your chest. If you feel comfortable in this position, I want you to take those legs off and I want you to imagine you're like a dart, an arrow. Everything is streamlined, neck is long, and then we're going to release back down. You've got 4 more here. Pubic bone down. Roll the upper arms together. Fingertips reach for the back of the room. Chest lifts. Neck is long, looking down at your mat the whole time. Don't fall into that trap of looking up and forward. Look down towards the mat. And release. We've got 3 more here. Pubic bone down. Roll the upper arms together. Lift. Extend. Find that length in the body. And down. Last 2 here, guys. Really enjoy these moments, right? Pubic bone connects. Upper arms roll together, fingertips reach. Find length, find elongation, like we're growing tall from opposite ends of the body and down. This is our last one here. Now remember guys, you can always keep those feet on the floor if you're not quite ready to lift those legs off, right? Don't feel like you have to. You can even keep hands on the floor if you need that extra support. Now we're holding this one for an extra 5, 4, 3, 2, keep looking at that mat. 1, lower all the way back down. Take your hands directly underneath your shoulders and push yourself back into a child's pose. Nice wide knees. Sit back towards the heels and I want you to stretch those arms as far forward as you can. Now if this is not comfortable, you can always lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest. But as you're here, I want you to just take some nice deep breaths. Rest the forehead on the mat. As you breathe in, imagine breathing into that lumbar. As you exhale, relax. Imagine the tailbone sinks towards the heels. Imagine the chest drops towards the floor. Final breath in here, big breath in. Big exhale. Feel everything sink to the mat. Then as you're ready, walk your hands back towards your knees. And then we have it, gang, a very quick little posture reset. This is something that you can do daily, and I really advise it's something that you add to your routine. So tack it on the end of one of the others and enjoy. Well done. See you for the next video.